Hi, my name is Austin Zoot, and welcome to the Zoot Perspective Web Congregation. Before we get started, I would like to publicly apologize for the beard disaster that was going on last week. The Chicago Blackhawks were in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it was a playoff beard, but we won the cup, so I get to shave victoriously, so we don't have to worry about it anymore, and we're back to looking like a professional while we're making these videos. So back to the Torah portion. This week, we happen to have one of my favorite Torah portions because we're looking at one of the most complex and most interesting characters that we see throughout the Bible. This is the portion of Korach. Korach is a leader among the Jewish people who decides to stage a revolt against Moses. He comes to Moses and says, "What makes you this leader, the only one who can talk to God? Why is it that God has a private audience with you and nobody else? Why can't I be a leader of the people? Why can't we have access for everyone?" Interesting notion. God and Moses have a conversation, and Moses challenges Korach to what can only be described as a God-off. They will both offer sacrifices to God, and God will choose the rightful leader of the people. This doesn't go very well for Korach, as Korach is offering his sacrifice, the earth opens up and swallows him and his followers whole. That's one of my favorite images in the entire Torah, is this concept of the earth opening up and swallowing this leader. I find this Torah portion so fascinating and so meaningful because Korach has a point. Korach is a complicated character in that he's right in asking questions. He's right to say, I don't know why you should be the leader. I don't understand why your leadership is reigning supreme. But he does it in completely inappropriate ways. He calls out Moses in front of the entire congregation. He chastises God for God's selection of a leader, and he publicly proclaims himself to be the leader of the people. All of these are inappropriate ways of using leadership and using power to activate one's own ego and drive one's own agenda forward rather than bettering the community. We as leaders have so much to learn when it comes to this Torah portion because we need to look at Korach's message versus his vehicle for that message. What Korach is talking about is opening up access. We need to have access to resources. We need to have access to information and to communication and all of these other incredible things that are absolutely falling under the category of leadership and absolutely falling under good organizational structure. Korach is right in that more people communicating with God could benefit the community. He's wrong in the way he approaches it, and he's wrong in the way he does it, and that's why it doesn't end well for him. Korach is swallowed up by the earth, and God punishes Korach and all of his people for this uprising against Moses. And I think that it's incredibly important that we look at this leadership, and we look at leadership for the sake of leadership is unacceptable. We can't want to be leaders so that we can lead. What we have to do is we have to be leaders for the sake of leading the community. We have to be leaders for the sake of bettering the community, doing something, driving us forward, having a message. All of these really wonderful things that are what make leaders have substance rather than just talking heads or just wanting to have the power. Power is an incredibly important thing throughout the Torah. It's something that we see transferred very interestingly and throughout. And Korach is one of the best examples of how power can be questioned and can be used and isn't always done appropriately, but often can ask some very important questions. I very much love talking about Korach. It's one of my favorite things to look at and discuss, one of the best portions to really dive into when it comes to analyzing Jewish leadership. So I'd very much love to hear what you have to say. Go take a look, listen to this video, and then form opinions of your own, and make sure you share them in the comment section below. Also, if you're enjoying the work I'm doing and enjoying the leadership I'm trying to do for our community, please feel free to donate to my GoFundMe page. The link can be found below. Anything you can do to help me as I learn the skills to be a rabbi and pursue my career goals is very much appreciated and helps me greatly. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Shabbat Shalom.